All right, so there is a template just to write one line of the macro down on the top. Make sure you have including like the brackets and other things, you know, as needed. Yeah, note that you should define this temporary value inside your macro, right? Not rather than outside. Because I already told you this is the two argument you're going to have. Yeah, trying to make sure you have enough brackets to make it work. You need a. It's working. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. You define this
Yes.
integer temporary outside. Yeah. Outside. Yeah. Thank you, Prince. So, okay, yeah. Let's look at the result. So this is the first way you can do it. Again, it's quite straightforward. Well, what I'm trying to tell you is you should potentially define it inside the macro because you want to be portable, right? You want to be used anywhere in your code. And if you define it outside, that means you will have to remember that every time you're going to call this, right? So you define this temporary variable and you save the x value. After that, you put it back to y, right? It is very important that you use this curly bracket. Okay, anyone can tell me why? It's a block. Yes, that's right. So why we need a block here? That's great. That's great. Yeah. So you want to do that. All right, because you want this temporary value to be only used in this case. If you're calling it again, it should be a different value, right? You don't want to share this value across multiple occasions of it. So we want to define it as a block, right? It's not necessary for macro, but in this case, you need it. Right? Okay, now let's look at another example. This is swiping without a temporary variable using the XOR. Well, here, first of all, we're converting the integer into binary first, right? After we do that, we do this XOR operation. So X XOR Y and assign it back to X, right? So XOR, essentially what that do is it will store the differences between two numbers. All right, let's say one number is 1100, the other number is 0011. Their XOR will tell you 1111 because all four digits are different. All right, so now we have our X value storing our differences. So we can use that number XOR Y. So Y XOR the differences will give you the X number because it's opposite, right? Opposite that Y number. Whenever you encounter a 1 in your X, it will reverse the number in the Y digit. It will give you back the X value to the Y. And then you multiply, well, not multiply, XOR the differences by the Y again, it will get back to you the original Y value of the X, right? It might sound odd, but if you write it down, it will make more sense with the example. Essentially, you kind of creating a new variable, which is recording all the differences between X and Y, right? And as long as you know that, you only need one copy of either X or either Y. You can always recreating another variable from there. All right, so let's wrap up. After this, we have a quiz, not for marking, for attendance quiz.